Hello, my loopy loops. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me. I've just been on my jollies and I have got myself so many goodies. I'm just so excited and happy to share all these with you. Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm literally surrounded by them. I've also caught myself a little bit of a cold from going on holiday, so I'm just getting over that. So do forgive me that I sound a bit peculiar. Or a bit phlegmy. If I start coughing on you, I do apologise. But yes, so I think what I will do is I'll start with what I've knit. So this, I literally just before I went on my holidays, I got it finished. Yes, because I really wanted a picture of me wearing it on the beach, you know, because of the colour. I thought, yeah, like a mustardy yellow on the sand, it looked really nice. Of course, the wind was just going whoosh. So I was like, oh, it was not flattering. You know that catalogue idea in your mind, but yeah, I'm going to look fabulous. Yeah, no. So, but yeah, I'm happy with it. Once it's had a couple of washes, I think it'll be great. Then I had, on my other set of needles, I had just a pair of bed socks. And I like to have a large project and a small project, especially if one of them can be mindless, where you can just knit. And socks and mittens, I've knit so many, I can just, you know, I don't need to concentrate on them. And I thought, this is a 6-stitch pattern, and the socks that I make are 60 stitches, generic. And I thought, that's 10 of these in a sock. And I thought, let's combine the two. So yes, I have made my own design of a sock. And I'm toying with the idea of doing a tutorial video one day, and you can feel free to knit that. But that's going to have to take a back seat. Busy life, busy. But for the time being, really pleased with those. Couple of pairs of socks for me. Keep my tootsies warm. And then, yeah, I've started mittens because the lady at the sewing club, the old dears just can't get warm. She just hasn't got enough mittens for them. So I'm going to have to make another mass batch of mittens for her, bless her. But we've got to keep the old dears warm. Right, so that's what I've knit. Now let's get on to the exciting stuff. What I've bought. Right, I think what I should do is go through it in era and hope that I can cram it all in within the 15 minutes that allows me to upload YouTube. So, the exciting stuff first. Let's get that out of the way. Right, oh my God, I'm so... I've got myself a 40s pattern. Okay, there's no chance I'm going to ever fit into this. But I've got it and I will knit it. It is the Spotted Jumper, I believe it's called. And it's designed by Penelope. And what I love about these, I mean, it's the immaculateness of these, a lot of this that I've bought. I only went round 3 charity shops, you know, it's amazing. But a lot of whatever this has come from the people, they've really looked after them, you know. So I'm now custodian. There's a bit of a responsibility. But yeah, I just love looking at them and it's like 4pence, you know. And yeah, the old logos and just, oh my gosh, the red lips and the curly hair and everything. It's all great. So anyway, precious, yes. So then, that's my pattern. Then I've got a catalogue about gauging and smocking. And again, this is a Briggs. There seems to be a lot of Briggs in this little haul. So that's all good. Then this I do have a date for, and this is early spring 1945. So the war was still on. It was looking imminent end, but it was still on when they released this whole catalogue of how to knit and crochet. And so it's 9pence, which, you know, shows you the inflation, doesn't it? Because that would be pretty pricey. But you know my love of socks, so that's what you get really. You get these pages of patterns. Like, I really like the idea of this top one. I think it's a unique structure how it's made, so I'll have a go at that. But so there's your picture, and then that's your instructions. So unless you're fairly used to knitting a lot from historical, you know, you think, I wouldn't necessarily say it was for the faint-hearted when it comes to knitting. And then this is 1947, and I'm not a sewer. I'm not, you know. I'll do my best, and when I get my Singer serviced, I will definitely be having a go at doing more sewing. But for is it 2 shillings? I think it's 2 shillings. But anyway, this is a complete catalogue, magazine thing, tutor, teach you how to sew. And what I love about it, it's not just the sewing, it's also actually what's going to look good on you, you know, how to basically, so here we are, how to style yourself. So what colours are going to work for you. And I've only had a flip through at the beginning, but you know, and here we are, how to tailor your clothes to give you differing effects, whether you want to look taller, rounder, you know, add a few pounds, lose a few pounds. So I'm super duper happy with finding that, because I'm going to learn a lot from that, I feel. And there's loads of patterns in here. Loads of patterns, loads of them. Anyway, so that's my 40s. Now we'll move on to 50s. We've got magazines, I think, to begin. So this is 1954, cost 1 whole shilling. I love it. And it's so many of these things are just in good nick. I mean, most of this is sort of haberdashery, you know, it's kind of, it's home crafts, and they're not really the kind of things that I'm interested in. However, there is this lovely bed jacket that I've got my eye on. So, you know, hopefully one day I'll have the time to get around and do that. And then 1959, if you're planning Christmas, we've got Stitchcraft, and there are loads of patterns in here, especially there's a couple of really nice tops, jackets, that sort of thing. So, but not only that, Christmas tree decorations, and I don't know, there's a few toys and all sorts of stuff in here. Hot water bottle, so hot water bottle cover. So yeah, amazing, 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 amazing. Right, so, and then 50s patterns. Now, an awful lot of these patterns, I don't necessarily think that they've got dates on, so I'm just sort of taking a look and doing my best guesstimate. But we've got a Chaps Fair Isle. We've got these, I think this is either very late 50s or 60s. You know, it could be either really with a lot of these. But this one is a Woman's Weekly supplement. It's 1956. It's called The Knitting Book. And I'm really, really loving this top one. Again, is there much chance of me being able to get into them? Who knows? I'm going to have to lay off the biscuits. But yeah. Yeah. I'll knit them just for the fun of it, and then, you know, it's lovely to knit them, to see them, and then pass them on. And a lovely bolero and cap if you're going out on the town, going off town, enjoy yourself. So that's the 50s stuff, I feel. I've got lots of kids stuff. I'll do that at the end. I think we're moving on to 60s now. I mean, I'm guessing. Now, I found this and I was like, oh, it's such a shame it doesn't have a cover. But it's so immaculate, you know? I mean, and some of the stuff in it, I mean, some of the stuff's atrocious. Like, I mean, I'm going to have to make these, I forget what she calls them. They're not breeches, they are... knickerbockers. Knickerbockers. I mean, I just think of Ab Fab. I really do. I just think of Eddie and Ab Fab, knickerbockers. And then it just so happens that I bought the same one in a different charity shop with the thingy. And you just think, but that's good though, because this one is kind of like the pages are really not in good nick. But I bought this hoping that the last page wouldn't have any pattern on, and lo and behold, it's loaded with pattern. So hallelujah, we've got it. But it's not a really nice jacket. And then you've got these really nice jumpers and a nice dress. You know, I mean, it's not all bad, but some of it's a bit suspect. God bless the 60s. Anyway, so moving on to the 60s. So I think we've got just a chaps cardi. I just like the detail on the front of that. Now I really like these two jumpers. I thought these were 70s, you know, and then I took a gander at the price and it's 9p. So basically we changed over to decimal or whatever it was. They're 72, I think. So, you know, we've got more socks and we've got a lovely ladies jumper. But yes, no, so we changed over, and then that's why you get things such as this, where they use both formats. They use both the pound, shilling and pence and the metric, or the, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, the European thing. Because changing over currencies. So there we are. So that's early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, whatever it was. And then we've got, these are double knits. I've got loads of double knits, especially cheap yarn that I just need to use. I've got a stash bust, you know, I've got to get rid of it. So I'm really liking the idea of that waistcoat. And I really like this green tunic that this lady's wearing. There we go. And these cricket jumpers, I think these are really classy as well. I mean, you can get an awful lot of atrocious 70s stuff, but I mean, here's a crochet dress, 7p, is it, for the pattern? Yeah, you know. But again, the thing is, like, yes, it's see-through, but you see, at that time, it was a bit cheeky. You were a bit cheeky, you know, a little flash of this, a little flash of that. It was cheeky. People weren't so, you know. And then I've had to get this. Look at that. Look, it's very similar to what I'm wearing, but it's got a very nice, different sort of pattern to it. So we're going with that. And then as we've moved on to the 70s, we have 1972, March. And again, I absolutely love this tunic that she's wearing. And I absolutely love the tunic that she's wearing, you know? So, and then on top of that, there's some really good stuff in there. You know, there's some suspect as well. You think, oh my God, never in a million years. Like, would anybody like that? You know? But there's some really nice stuff in there too. And then here we are, we're down to the kiddywinks. So we'll start with the worst. I mean, would you make your kids anything like that? I just like the that little cap there with the ears, because I think you could make like a little cat woman or a cat, but you know, if you were doing Halloween or something. But wow. And then, oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this for a little girl's jacket. Isn't that really pretty? I mean, this is going to be like this has got to be 40s or 50s, surely. And then that cardi, isn't that really nice? Absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got, you know, just a lovely, nice top there for a girl. Another lovely top for a girl there. Lovely. That's got to be late 40s, 50s. It's got to be. This might be 60s, late 50s, 60s. So that's good. Again, this probably is, I don't know, what, early 50s maybe? That one. Just a generic sort of jacket. But this one I really like for a boy. It's a gorgeous jacket, that is. And for the age when young boys dress like their granddads, you know, back in the day. And then the last pattern I've got is these. I think it's 60s. We're doing aerospace, aren't we? Yes. But I'm getting the Champions vibe off that one. But yeah, so we've just about done it. I've got 15 seconds left to go. So I will thank you for watching. I will make amazing videos, fun times ahead with all of these patterns. But for now, I've enjoyed chatting with you. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.